All right, so we just pulled up the fries. On the menu for today is gonna be breakfast burritos. I'm not sure exactly what's gonna go in there. We'll figure that out inside. But also we're gonna be doing chicken fried rice, steak bites with sweet potatoes, and sauteed zucchini. So I think it's pretty good. I like the meals. They're super simple. There's not a whole lot of ingredients, so anyone can really do it. And it's pretty quick. You should be able to get in and get out of the kitchen within like 2 hours tops. So enough jibber jabber, let's get right in. I'm gonna show you guys the prices, the breakdown, total cost, and we'll go from there. All right, so before we move on, let's talk about the sponsor of today's video, LMNT. So everyone knows you need to drink enough water each day to stay hydrated. But what many people may not know is that you also need electrolytes. Now, LMNT is a zero sugar electrolyte drink mix that has exactly what you need: sodium, potassium, and magnesium. These will help you feel your best. Now, it is easy to become a staple in my day-to-day routine. I mix it in my water first thing in the morning. When I'm working out, I mix some in my drink to replace the electrolytes I'm sweating out. And every week when I go snowboarding, I'm always bringing a couple extra because people ask for them. Now, what many people may not know is that the government recommendation for sodium intake is well below what science-backed research shows. Now, the typical electrolyte drinks you see all over stores, more times than not, are loaded with sugar. So it's great to see LMNT doesn't come with any sugar, junky fillers, or artificial coloring. They don't have any weird aftertaste or anything like that, so I highly suggest that you get some for yourself. The link will be below in the video description, and thank you LMNT for sponsoring this video. With the steak marinade, we're gonna go ahead and toss these into a bowl. Then we can go ahead and hit it with some baking soda, some soy sauce, a little bit of oyster sauce, and cornstarch. Finish it off with a little black pepper, and then we can give it a nice rub down and get everything nice and incorporated. Then cover it up with some plastic wrap, and we can set that off to the side so it can do its thing. Now, typically when you make fried rice, you want to use day-old rice so it's not all sticky and mushy. If you're like me, you got to do so. Well, I'll show you later in the video how I get it out. But for now, give your rice a good wash, and then we're going to use bone broth. Just add more protein, more flavor. Measure with your finger. Set that and let it do its thing. All right, so for the breakfast burritos, to add some more protein, I'm gonna go in with some cottage cheese. Now, I know it seems weird, but hear me out. If you blend it together, you won't even tell. Plus, it adds protein, so why not? So our rice just finished cooking. Now, because we don't have day-old rice, this is what I like to do. So I'll typically take all the rice, place it into a couple dishes, make it nice and even, and then we'll go ahead and toss it in the freezer so it can chill out and be ready to go when we need it. That's gonna do it for our turkey, bacon, egg, and cheese burritos with spinach. Now to store these, just toss them in the freezer and they're good to go whenever you need them. When you wanna eat one, toss it in the microwave, wrap it up in a paper towel first, and then throw it in there for like 2 minutes. After the 2 minutes, flip it over, hit it for another 2 minutes, and then it should be good to go. So let's move on. Alright, and that's all there really is for the chicken fried rice meal prep. You can go ahead and finish it on the top with some green onions, and that's about it. I mean, if you want to mix things up, you can use steak, you can use shrimp, whatever you want, but that is it, so let's move on. Alright, so for this last meal, we're going to be keeping things quick and simple per usual. Chop up the veggies exactly the same, as well as the sweet potatoes, chopping off the ends, cut it in half, and chop it into pieces. Now for the sweet potatoes, I recommend using these smaller ones. If you guys get the big boys, I'm telling you, it can be a hassle if you're not used to cutting it. Now onto the steak, we're going to go ahead, get that marinade off, pat it dry so we can get a good crust. I didn't have any avocado oil, so we're just going to use some coconut oil. Still worked out. Get a good crust on there, and then when it's about done cooking, throw some butter, some thyme in. I'm going to go ahead and baste it, get a little extra flavor. And yeah, after that, lay it down, let it rest, and then we're going to chop it up into slices. And when I tell you that marinade didn't disappoint, oof, look at it. It's juicy, it's hitting, it was tender, no complaints. But that's going to wrap things up for this one. We've got the steak, zucchini, and sweet potato meal prep. We've got the chicken fried rice, and you got your breakfast burritos. So you ready for the week? Appreciate y'all if you stuck around this long, and I will catch you on the next one.